Hello, I'm sitting here today absolutely naked because I want to talk to you about being you and about being true to yourself. I thought this might have a little shock value just to get your attention, so hopefully you'll listen to what I have to say. I'm speaking today to people who were abandoned as a child, who came from a broken family, came from a dysfunctional, abusive family, people who were born with birth defects, with mental incapacities, with physical maladies, with missing limbs. Just anybody who doesn't look like the magazine cover and has some type of issue about that, or somebody who doesn't feel like the June Cleavers or the happy family they see on TV, and you just haven't done anything about it yet. You're chasing relationships. You're down on yourself. You feel as if you're nothing or you're worthless, and you let people treat you that way as well because you treat yourself that way. You keep trying to find your dad in different relationships with men. You keep trying to find your mom in different relationships with women. You don't feel whole. You're always trying to make up and fix what you didn't get as a child or what you weren't born with. I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with you. You are not incomplete. Your value was given to you at birth, and it has nothing to do with your physical appearance. Your value comes from your impact upon earth and those around you. And your value can only be shown when you learn what that value is. And you can only learn what that value is when you stop looking at yourself as not having any value. Stop chasing relationships. Stop chasing what could have and would have and should have been. Accept what is. And not only accept it, but mourn the loss of what should have been as well. Yes, there are some things that we all should have had, but most of us, if we're truthful, did not get everything we should have had. Mourn the loss of your father. Mourn the loss of your mother, their divorce. He abandoned you. She abandoned you. They were never married. You moved away from one another. Mourn the loss of your limbs. You were in the military and they were blown off, or you were born without them. Mourn the loss of what intelligence you could have had if you're autistic or whatever the issue is. Mourn the loss of it. Go through the grief. Have a funeral even. Write out a eulogy for it. Pick out some songs. Go through the whole thing and really mourn because you have lost something and your loss is legitimate. Mourn it. Grieve over it. Go through the stages of grief. And I said go through them. Don't get stuck anywhere in there, in the depression, in the anger, in the bargaining, in any of it. Go through it. And at the end of that, make a vow to yourself. I have accepted what is. And now I'm going forward. I may not have what I thought I should have, but because I have life, I have something. And that I have is of value, and it is worth something to the universe and to me. I am a gift to this world. Then take the time to find out what your gift is and realize our true value is not in our outward appearance. Our value is within. It is how we make ourselves better and how we make those around us better. If you're a paraplegic or somehow missing limbs and you have to have others to care for you, think about those that care for you. You are bringing out something awesome and mighty in them by your very being there, your presence. They are learning things about themselves. They are doing things that they would never have dreamed of doing were it not for you. The care they're giving, the love they're showing, you brought that out of them. And that is a gift to the world, because I'm sure they never even dreamed that they had the capacity to even do such things. And some of those people have started groups and have given their advice to other people. And so there's a chain reaction of them caring for you and the great things that have come from that. You've made them smile, you've made them laugh, and you've made them cry. You brought emotion out of them. You are a gift. You have value. You have purpose. Even if you're a supermodel and your outward appearance is just awesome and beautiful, you know that if you haven't spent the time to learn yourself, you feel empty. You feel like an object because they want you to just show up and sit there and lay here and turn here and do that. But they don't know you unless you know you. When we don't know ourselves and we don't accept ourselves as we are, and we keep chasing for the daddy that wasn't there and chasing for the mama that wasn't there, and we end up in abusive relationships just like our families were. And they treat us the way we have always been treated, and we accept that instead of learning ourselves and learning our value and learning that we're worth more than that, and learning to treat ourselves and say to ourselves that I am worth more than that. We have to come to that place. We have to, as Inyana Vincent says, do the work. Yes, there's going to be some pain when you go back over what happens and you come into acceptance of it. Yes, it hurts, but it doesn't have to continue hurting. If you do the work, there will come a time in your life when you can rehash it and go over it and you won't feel any pain. Matter of fact, it won't evoke any emotion because you've grown and gone past it. You'll realize all those things work together to bring out and to make your best self, if you allow it, if you accept it, if you capitalize upon it. You were put here for greatness. You were put here to do something awesome. And sometimes, yes, something awesome isn't on TV and isn't in the newspaper, but it's in each individual life you touch. I think of the movie It's a Wonderful Life. George didn't know his greatness and he was about to kill himself. Threw himself over a bridge. Some of you have thought about killing yourself because you don't see your worth. You don't see how awesome you are. Instead of chasing release from the pain, try embracing the pain, accepting the hardness, accepting it, grasping it, running headlong toward it, and going through it. Breaking through that wall and seeing the beauty that's on the other side, seeing the power that's on the other side. You're not your family's failures. You're not your failures. Failure is not a place. It is not a destination. It is an occurrence. It happens and then you can move forward. You do not have to stay there. And just because your family failed doesn't mean you have to fail. You can do better. You can go higher. You can be greater if you find you. Stop chasing relationships. Stop. I know what it is to make that vow. Well, when I get my family, it's going to be this and going to be that. And you spend so much time chasing and trying to make a family instead of trying to make yourself. Chasing after me, finding me, finding my beauty, accepting me, seeing my value, That's the true chase. That's the true chase. That's the race. It's not the rat race of life. It's the rat race of finding you. Finding what you like. Finding what you don't like. Finding what you're good at. Finding your purpose. Finding how you affect others and how you make them feel. Everything is not about how people see you. How do you see yourself? How do you treat yourself? You treat yourself right, others will treat you right, or you will know how to remove yourself from that situation. It's not about, well, nobody loves me. Do you love yourself? When you love yourself and know yourself, you become attractive to the entire universe. When you realize you were not put here just to dwell on what others think about you. You were put here to find your true self and offer that back to the universe. You have glory within you. You have greatness within you because you have life within you. There is awesomeness in you. Find it. Search for it. And when you find it, treasure it and honor it. You want to receive honor? You want to receive love? First, love yourself. And I'm not talking about a narcissistic love where you're selfish and you're preening and all that. No, I'm talking about learning your value and seeing the awesomeness in it. Learning that you have something to give and relishing in the going out there and letting your light shine, which brings glory to the universe, to your creator. You can only do this when you search for you, find you, and accept you. That's why I came to you, naked, no makeup. Now, I'm not going to show you my nakedness because this isn't a porn video. This is a real video. To thine own self be true. Accept your wrinkles. Your, as you see, I have skin tags. Your broad nose, your thick lips, your kinky hair, your straight hair, your thin nose, your bump on the bridge of your nose, your acne, whatever it is, your accent, your darkness, your lightness, whatever it is, accepting not just your outward appearance, but the greater part, accepting that despite your outward appearance, there is beauty within. There is awesomeness within. There is glory within. You are beautiful. Find your beauty. Find your awesome. And treat it as treasure when you do. This is Crystal. And I'm just here to tell you. Don't quit. Don't get distracted. Don't get discouraged. Find you. And don't compare you to anybody else because your beauty is not the same as someone else's, nor is theirs any greater than yours. We are all here with a specific beauty to give to the world.